Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to be creating a banking program in Python. And this exercise is going to be a follow-up for our functions lessons. So in this our banking program we're about to build, our users are going to be able to show their balance, deposit, and withdraw their money. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and start by defining an empty functions. Let me actually go ahead and say def show balance, and right now I'm going to go ahead and put the pass statement, and I'll come back for it later. And I'm going to go ahead and define another function called deposit, and I'm going to put the pass statement as well, and I'll come back for it later. And another function called withdraw, and I'm going to put the pass statement as well. Alright, now after that I'm going to go ahead and define another variable called balance and set it to 0, and another boolean type variable, let's say, is open, and set it to true. Alright, now let's come down below here and say while is open, meaning while our banking is still open. Let's go ahead and display some inputs. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and start with some decorative text. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 dashes space welcome to our banking program, space 5 more dashes, 1 2 3 4 5, something like this. Alright, and then I'm going to come down here and print another option. Let's say option 1 show balance, and print option 2 deposit, print option 3 withdraw, and lastly option 4 exit. Alright, so right here, as long as this variable is open is still true, this block of code will always be executed. So now let's go ahead and find a way to exit out of our loop right here. So we're going to come down below here and then prompt the user to enter his choice. So we're going to say choice is equals to input, and our prompt should be enter your choice from 1 to 4, something like this. And then after we receive the user's choice, we're going to go ahead and validate the choice. We're going to say if our choice right here, copy that, paste it right here, is equivalent to 1. Alright, that means if the user decides to show his balance, then we're going to go ahead and call our show balance method, which is right here. Copy that, paste it right here, and then else if our choice right here, paste it right here, is equals to 2, that means deposit, then we're going to go ahead and call our deposit method right here. Copy that, paste it right here, and then we're going to say else if our choice right here, copy that, paste it right here, is 3. For our user, choose 3 for withdraw, then we're going to go ahead and call our withdraw method right here. Copy that, paste it right here, and then lastly else if our choice, paste this, is equals to 4, that means the user choose to exit, then we're going to go ahead and change the value of our open is open to false. So this is basically our way out of our for loop right here. Alright, so now finally the value of is open is false, and then we're going to go ahead and add an else statement. If the user enter any choice other than 1 to 4, we should have a prompt or message that guide him through. So we're going to go ahead and say print please select a valid option. Something like that. That is if the user select anything other than 1 to 4. Alright, now let's go ahead and check our else statement right here first of all. So let's go ahead and run our script. Alright, right here it says welcome to our banking program. Let me actually maximize this. Now we have 4 choices. 1 to show our balance, 2 to deposit, 3 to withdraw, and 4 to exit. So now let's go ahead and say 4 and exit. And of course we exited out of our program. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and run our script again. Now let's go ahead and enter any option or choice other than 1 to 4. Let's say W and enter. As you can see right here it says please select a valid option. Perfect. So actually when we exit out of our program, let me actually go ahead and put 4 to exit. As you can see we do not have any message, so I would like us to have a message when we exit out of our program. Something like, let's say print, let me actually minimize this. So outside everything outside of our while loop, we're going to print something like thank you for banking with us. Have a nice day. Something like this. Now let's go and run our script one more time. And when we select 4, option 4 to exit, as you can see we have a message that says thank you for banking with us. Have a nice day. So now we're going to go ahead and start working on the show balance, the deposit, and the withdraw. So let's go ahead and now begin with the show balance. Let me come over here, and if our user select 1 to show his balance, and then we're going to go back to our show balance method right here. We're going to define what to do. We're going to say print, and I'm going to go ahead and use f string for that. Your balance is, add a unit of currency, add a placeholder, and then we're going to add our balance right here. Copy this, and I want to set it to 2 decimal fraction, .2f, something like this. So this is what will happen when we call our show balance method. And as you can see right here, we said if the user select 1, we then go ahead and call our show balance method right here, which is going to print our balance right here. So let's go ahead and now run our script. As you can see, if we go ahead and now hit on 1, and as you can see it says your balance is $0.00. Alright, let me actually go ahead and add some text decoration right here. Okay, right here, let me print a decorative stars, something like this. Alright, let me actually go ahead and copy this, paste it down below here as well. Now let's go ahead and run our script again, stop and rerun, and I'm going to go ahead and select option 1 to show our balance. Hit enter. As you can see right here with our decorative text, your balance is $0.00. Alright, now we are done with the show balance option right here. Now we're going to go ahead and move to deposit. Now let's minimize our console right here, our terminal. Now for the deposit method right here, we're going to go ahead and prompt the user to enter the amount he wished to deposit. So we're going to go ahead and say amount is equals to, since we're dealing with figures, I'm going to go ahead and typecast our input to float and pass our input method, and our prompt is going to be enter the amount to be deposited, something like this. And I'm going to add a unit of currency like so. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and do some validations. We're going to say if our amount, the amount our user entered, is less than or equals to 0. That means our amount should not be less than or equals to 0. We're going to go ahead and print a message that says deposit amount can't be less than or equal to $0. Something like this. And we're going to go ahead and return 0. because we wanted to return the exact amount the users entered. So it will be 0 if this condition satisfied. So that's why we are returning 0. So now, after that, we're going to say else return the amount. So that's all we have to do right here. We get the amount, we check if the amount is less than or equals to 0, and if the amount is less than or equals to 0 right here, we prompt the user and inform him that the amount cannot be less than or equals to 0, and we return 0. And if the amount is greater than 0, we go ahead and return the amount. And now that we return the amount, we're going to come over here to the deposit. Now we're going to be getting either the amount the user entered, which is greater than 0 or 0. So we're going to go ahead and now add it to our balance right here, which is 0 by default. Where is our balance? Which is right here. So we're going to go ahead and copy this variable and come right here, give a space and paste this and say our balance is now plus equals to our deposit. So it's going to now add whatever deposit method returns, either 0 or the amount which is greater than 0 that the user deposited. So now let's go ahead and stop our program and run our script again. Now we're going to go ahead and test the deposit. Now first of all, I'm going to go ahead and show our balance. As you can see, our balance is $0.00. Now we're going to go ahead and say we want to deposit, let's say 2 to deposit, and right here we are prompted to enter the amount to be deposited. Now I'm going to go ahead and say I wanted to deposit $200 and then hit enter. And now we are back with our option. Now we're going to go ahead and check our balance one more time. Check balance. Yes, as you can see, your balance is $200.00. Yay, our deposit option is successfully completed. Now we can go ahead and deposit any amount to our bank account. Alright, let me actually go ahead and add some decorative text to our deposit prompts. So let's go ahead and copy this line of code for our deposit right here. I'm gonna go ahead and add this decorative text. Alright, add more stars, something like this. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this again, copy, paste it down below here. Well, actually I'm gonna go ahead and paste it for this one. I'm gonna leave only one for this amount, but right here I'm gonna paste this right here, add more stars. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and copy this again, paste it down below, like so. Alright, now we're gonna move to the withdraw method. So first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and prompt the user to enter the amount he wished to withdraw. So I'm gonna go ahead and say amount again, and typecast it to floating point number. And inside of input, our prompt is going to be enter the amount to be withdrawn. And I'm going to go ahead and add a unit of currency like so. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of validation. So we're going to go ahead and say if our amount is greater than our balance, okay, you're going to go ahead and print insufficient funds. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and return 0 because we don't want to withdraw any amount if the amount the user enters is greater than our available balance. And we're going to go ahead and check for another condition, else if amount is less than or equals to 0, we're going to go ahead and print withdrawal amount must be greater than $0, something like that. Well, actually there's a typo here, say greater than $0, and then we're still gonna go ahead and return 0 because if the amount is less than or equals to 0, we don't want to withdraw anything out of our remaining balance. And then finally we're going to say else we should go ahead and return our amount, the amount our user wanted to withdraw. If the amount is not greater than our available balance, and if the amount is not less than or equals to 0, then we should go ahead and return the amount the user wants to be withdrawn. So now after getting the amount that the user wants to be withdrawn, as you can see right here, we said if the user select option 3, which is to withdraw, we return our withdrawals. So we're going to be we're going to be having the exact amount our user wish to withdraw by calling this method right here. So now that we get the amount, we're going to go ahead and subtract it from our available balance. So we're going to go ahead and come right here and call our balance variable. Copy this, come right here, give a space, paste our balance variable, and this time around we're going to say minus equals to our withdrawn amount. So we're going to subtract our withdrawn amount from our available balance. So friend, that's all we have to do to withdraw money from our available balance in this our banking program. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of touch to our program. I'm going to go ahead and add some text decoration. Alright, let me actually go ahead and copy this line of text. Copy. Now I'm going to come over here that prompt the user to enter the amount to be withdrawn. I'm going to go ahead and add some text decoration like so. And then right here that says insufficient balance, paste this right here and paste it down below. And the same thing with this one, paste it down here, paste it right here as well. I'm going to go ahead and reduce this to match our prompt. Alright, something like this. Same thing with this one. Alright. Alright. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add for this one as well. Add our text decoration. File option. Alright, now let's go ahead and run our script and try it for the last time. Let's come over here. First of all, we wanted to go ahead and show our balance. Enter 1. As you can see right here, our balance is $0.00. Alright, let's go ahead and now make a deposit. So let's say option 2, deposit. Enter the amount to be deposited. We wanted to deposit $3,000. Hit enter. Now our money is deposited. Now we're going to go ahead and show our balance one more time. As you can see, we have $3,000 in our bank account. And now let's go ahead and try to withdraw some cash. We come over here and choose option 3 to withdraw and enter the amount to be withdrawn. We wanted to withdraw, let's say $60. $60. Hit enter. Now we've successfully withdrawn $60. Now we're going to go ahead and show our balance to see our remaining balance. Let's go ahead and say 1, show our balance. As you can see, we have $2,940.00. Perfect. As you can see, we have successfully withdrawn our money from our banks. Let's actually go ahead and withdraw one more time. Let's say we wanted to withdraw option 3. Let's say we wanted to withdraw 940. Now let's come over here, paste that, $940. And now if I go ahead and show our balance one more time, we should be having only $2,000 in our bank. Yes, as you can see, we have only $2,000. How cool is this? So we have withdrawn too much today. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of our banking program. So we're going to go ahead and select option 4. And yes, as you can see, we have our message. Thank you for banking with us. Have a nice day. Perfect. So friend, that's all about our banking programs in Python. As I have mentioned earlier, this is basically a follow-up for our function lessons. So I believe now you are familiar with the function, how to create function, and also how to call function in Python. And I also hope you enjoyed the exercise and that you've learned a lot from it. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.